Everybody, it is Gunny J, and we're still on our 14 leadership traits. We are on trait number 11, courage. I really like this trait. I mean, all of them, all the 14 traits are important, but I think courage deserves a little special attention because as a leader, we always have to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. We always have to get out of that comfort zone that we kind of operate in. And for a lot of reasons, I'm not going to go into them. Anytime you leave your comfort zone, you usually have to do it afraid. That's all there is to it. It's just a natural physiological response. Your body's geared for survival, not abundance. And your body doesn't like things. He doesn't want the environment to change. So whenever you do something new for the first time, whenever you get out of your comfort zone, I don't care if you're doing a Facebook Live or you're prospecting somebody or engaging somebody on Facebook Live or Facebook or Instagram or something else like that, you're going to have to do it afraid. And a lot of people don't do that. And that's why about 97% of people fail in a home-based business. Isn't that interesting? So if you're going to lead, you're going to have courage. So let's do a little quick review. Remember, we had of our 14 traits that we've covered so far, we have justice, judgment, dependability, initiative. That's JJ did. Decisiveness. Right now we start tact, integrity, enthusiasm. And now we're working on buckle, which is bearing, unselfishness. And today we're going to do courage. And that gives us our JJ did tie buckle when we get all done with that. So, definition of courage. Courage is what allows you to remain calm while recognizing fear. When I first started public speaking, I was really afraid. Getting on that stage, getting out in front of people. A lot of that was because I was worried about me and my reputation and my ego, and I wasn't worried about the message. When you have courage, you can push through that fear. You can reframe things in your mind. It's not about me, it's about the message. And you can move on. Moral courage means having the inner strength to stand up for what is right and to accept blame when something is your fault. That's huge. In leadership, man, if things don't go right, if the team does well, you give the team credit. If something fails, you got to take the blame. If you're sitting there pointing fingers, then you're not a leader. You don't have any moral courage. See, it doesn't matter if it was your fault per se, but it is your responsibility. So as a leader, it is your responsibility when things go good and when things go bad. So it may not be your fault, but you have to take responsibility. Physical courage means that you can continue to function effectively when there is physical danger present. Our bodies are amazing machines. I remember once when I was it's called FAP, I don't know, fleet assistance or something like that. I forgot what it's called. I was fapped over the MPs, and I was involved in this situation where we had to draw down on somebody. And my military training took over. I had presence of mind and everything, so everything was cool. When everything was said and done, when my partner and we got back to the car, man, I could barely stand. The amount of adrenaline and endorphins and everything my body was pumping was just unbelievable. Physical courage, right? We continue and we function effectively even when there's physical danger. Moral courage, we do what is right. Remember, these 14 leadership traits and the 11 principles I'll go into next in another series, those are going to be our standard for what is right. That's my standard for what is right. Yours might be different. That's fine. Right? And just plain old courage means that we can remain calm and we can push through the fear. We can get out of the comfort zone. Remember, be part of that 7% that's successful, or not even 7%, 3% that is successful, and not the 97% that as soon as they start getting out of the comfort zone, that fear starts building and they stop doing what is necessary. Those actions that actually bring in money in their business, they stop doing it because of fear. Okay, some things that we can do to improve. You can begin to control fear by practicing self-discipline and calmness. You know, a lot of times all it takes is just some deep breathing. You just not hyperventilate, but you saturate your body with oxygen. Oxygen will relax you. Just before that phone call, before you talk to that person, before you have a hard conversation, you know, that may involve conflict or something, just take 5 or 6 really deep breaths and let them out slowly and oxygenate your body, and your body will start to relax. I'm not saying the fear goes away. I'm just saying you're more relaxed. And the self-discipline part is to continue to march even though it's uncomfortable. Let's say you're doing a Facebook Live and you're not used to looking at a camera. It takes self-discipline to do it over and over and over again until pretty soon then talking to the camera is just natural. You almost picture somebody's face there as you're explaining things to them or something. If you fear doing certain things required in your daily life, force yourself to do them until you can control your reaction. I had somebody I was coaching, and I said, they said, I'm afraid to, I think it was Facebook Live, as a matter of fact. I'm afraid to do a Facebook Live. And I go, well, then you got to do it now. You just got to do it. Just do it and get it over with. I don't care if you wet yourself. I don't care if you make a fool of yourself. I don't care if you stutter. I don't care if you just stare into that camera for, a minute while you're live and not say a word, but you got to do it. You got to start pushing through the fear. And that takes courage. And that is our 11th leadership trait. Gunny is out.